Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm GL. So today I'm going to be making this beautiful circle dress with feather sleeve, and I'm going to be making use of this beautiful Ankara print right here. So I actually have like 3 yards and I think 20 something inches. Because it's not much, I went for that to just draft my pattern. I'm going to be using pattern by making use of slash and spread method, just so that it will be enough for this dress that I'm going to be making. So going further, because I actually have to use the back and the front together to cut this, so I'm actually going to make the um cut the back first before I switch over to the back. So just go ahead to cut the neckline out. You know that the back neckline and the front neckline are never the same. So I'm actually going right here to just cut down. When I was done, I placed that on the fabric. You could see that the pattern is actually facing down right here. Meanwhile, the front part is going to be facing up. Actually, that was just how I find myself doing this. No, though not intentional actually. So I just cut this out, as you can see, and making sure that I added like half inch just at the shoulder part. I actually did not really add up to half inch for the armhole area. It's just at the shoulder side, just so that I don't have any shortage. Going further to just place that and also cut the back as well. But at this point I was a little bit nervous because of course I was just so scared. I really didn't know if this material was going to be enough. Although I was using pattern, but I was still a little bit scared because I never could tell the down part of this dress is really wide. I was really scared. So when I went for that to just remove my pin on this, oops, and then my ring light went off. I just went for that to also cut the front neckline. Of course, the front is actually a bit deeper. I used 3 inches by 3 inches, and then for the back I actually used just 1 inch on the depth, of course 3 inches wide. So that's what I used right there. And so when I was done cutting the neckline for the front, I'm also going to go ahead now and just place the front to the material. And of course, you know that the armhole for the back and the front is usually not the same, so I just remove the back one and then go ahead with the front. Of course, I am for the shoulder slope as well. I actually make use of 1.5 inches for the front, and while 1 inch for the back. So I actually adjusted all of those things before placing this on the front part and then giving it a nice cut, as you can see, giving that circle-like way shape. So I'm just trimming off the excess little shape that I have, that which I do not need. And of course this dress is going to have pockets. Just going ahead to notch the pocket part that I'm going to be attaching. That's the waistline, which actually came down by 1 inch for from the half length part. All right, so removing all of my pin and then keeping this aside, I'm going to go ahead and also use this same front to cut facing for it. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing right here. I'm just going to go ahead now and use it to cut the facing for the back and the front all together. So I think I actually made a mistake. I just went back to adjust the pocket part where I just notched. Actually we just um arrange that place. So when I was done cutting the facing for it and also the pocket, I'm just going order to just arrange all of this together, getting ready to start joining all these pieces together. So when I was done arranging, I went for that to my mini room and then start stitching with my manual sewing machine. I actually like sewing this machine a lot. Something can be really frustrating, sometimes I can really enjoy it. Of course, you know, this is manual, you can never compare with the industrial machine, but nevertheless I still enjoy doing this. So just doing the stitching the neckline, using my facing to turn the neckline, and then also stitching the pocket all to the side. And for the back it's going to have a loop, so I actually divided the back by just 5 inches. I think I used 4 or 5 inches, and then I attach the loop, which is I'm going to be putting um I'm going to be adding button to it. So I went further to iron all of the process for the neckline, and when I was done with that, I also stitched the shoulders, and I'm going to just go ahead to iron it nicely. So for every process of this, I was just ironing all of it, and makes the work much more easier, and then it makes it really interesting for me. So I just went back now to start joining the side seam of this dress. You could see that after I had fixed my pocket, I did all of my ironing for every process of it. Try as much as possible to iron. It's very important. It makes your work neat, and then it makes it just easier. Of course, you cannot compare sewing all of your dress before you start ironing. It's going to be a bit difficult. So I'm just stitching all of the side of my dress, and then joining the side pockets slowly and gently, just so that I don't make mistake on this dress and then have to start loosening any of the process of it. So just stitching down, stitching all the way, and then boom, my iron actually fell. Thank God, not the other way around, because I actually didn't see this until when I finished recording this video. That's when I saw it, and then I went for that to just iron it out. That's for the side seam that I just joined together. And then for the neckline, for the down part of the dress, I'm actually going to be folding it with by just 2 inches, and then when I was done, I went for that to iron it. Take my time to iron every process. Unfortunately, I couldn't make a video while I was cutting the sleeve, but to be honest, it wasn't really enough for it. And of course, I went for that to also put the feathers that I'm going to be using for it. You could see that I use feathers for the sleeve. It wasn't really giving me the trumpet like flare sleeve that I wanted, because the material wasn't really enough. I told you guys I had just 3 yards and a few inches. So you can see how the sleeve is, how beautiful this is looking already, guys. So when I was done attaching all of that, I'm just going to go ahead now to iron the sleeve area, that sleeve part that you could see that I just joined. I'm going to go ahead and iron it out just to make it very neat. As you can see, I can see that the neckline is high as well, and then for the feather is meant to be at the side. I'm just pointing as well, but I haven't added that yet. I actually didn't add that, so I'm just waiting a little bit before I will go ahead and stitch that. I'm really loving the way this feather is on this dress, to be honest. Although the sleeve isn't so big, it's just moderate and nice. And then just go over to my with my iron to iron it out. So when my cousin actually tried this dress out, I found out that the down part of this dress was pointy. As you can see, the part that I'm touching, it was pointy, and so I'm just going to cut like 5 inches out, and then remove the pockets, and then attach it again to this dress. So just to make it have that perfect round shape, not pointy way. So after I have just going to cut that out, I think this is about 5 inches or so that I'm going to cut out. So going back to the sewing machine now to just cut that and adjust all of that out. So you could see the way it's looking. When she wore it, was pointy, it wasn't nice. So we're going to adjust that. So when I was done with this, was what I had. It was looking really nice and moderate and beautiful, and then it was time for testing. So this was the first testing that we had. She actually wanted to use this shoe and then the black shoe, but then we ended up liking this nude, and it was really nice. I was so happy that she likes this dress. She wore it to church on Sunday, and it was really beautiful. I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up and keep watching other of my videos, because you're going to be seeing more designs, more creativity. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.